Hey, what's up guys? It's OFF-AceStarThe3rd and thank you so much for watching. Unfortunately, between the last video and this video, which was 5 days ago, I went through a massive puberty and my voice changed a lot. I'm so sorry. I can't do anything about it. It's really my voice. See, I'm clapping and it's not low pitch, which means it's real. I'm sorry. Anyway, so today we're going to bring you guys this wonderful NU battle that I had against someone whose name is Yus, Y-U-S. It's a pretty name that's lovely. I love it very much. So anyway, we're gonna start with that question. Today, that question is, which Pokemon game was the most adventurous to you? I know how a lot of people love Pokemon Crystal because you can go to all the different regions and everything. Or they like Emerald because it's Emerald and you get the weather, or Black and White too because you can go all across the air everywhere and it's just so cool. So please tell me how you feel in the comments and we can discuss about it. Oh god. So anyway, we're gonna go into the well, actually, before we go into Pokemon Adventures, I encourage you to either click the video on the left or the video on the right. The video on the left is my previous upload on my channel, and the video on the right is the one the Pokemon Pit. Yeah, it was the OU battle I had against Shoguts, and it was pretty cool. It was really exciting, so I hope you guys can check out either or both of those because they're both really cool. So anyway, we're gonna go into the Pokemon Adventures today. Pokemon Adventures, what do you think it's gonna be? I think it's gonna be Togetic because Togetic is a very amazing Pokemon. I mean, look at it. It's white, and the thing about it in this game, it has Serene Grace, which is very much of a factor, and you'll see why later on. And then our star tip today is going to be, think of your future. I mean, your future is very important, especially not even in Pokemon, but in life too. You gotta think ahead as to what's gonna happen later on in the battle, so you gotta make decisions upon what moves you use so that you can make your long-term longevity of the battle last and be more beneficial towards you, and you may win. So I hope you guys enjoy this battle. I didn't go through puberty. I was kidding. I just can do that. I don't know why, but it just happens. So, yep, hope you enjoy it, and scene change right now. And the beat goes running, running, and 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 anyway, so he leads up with the Glaile, and I rough my Murkrow, and immediately I just have to switch out because there's nothing I can do against the Glaile. I mean, I could go for Steel Wing, but it's not efficient because even though I'm choice banded, Glaile could live it and then kill me with an Ice Beam, and I don't want that to happen. So I switch out into my Metang so I can take it. Unfortunately, he predicts that and then goes for Spikes, and then he switches out of his Glaile because he didn't want to take a meteor mash and goes into his Torkal, who's toxic and pink. And so immediately I switch out into my Wailord because I can't risk the fact of him going for something like, I don't know, Flamethrower or Fire Blast or something just to hurt me, and I can't do it. So anyway, so now that Wailord's in here, he knows that he can stay in on this Torkal for an extremely long period of time because, you know, Torkal can't really do much back to it because, you know, the only thing it seems to have is, you know, something like Flamethrower. I don't know what else it has. Most likely it has Toxic, but it's not going to be an issue. But anyway, he switches back out into his Glaile, and he goes for an Explosion, I do believe, this turn. That's very smart of him because, you know, my Wailord, if it got enough boost, it would be almost impossible to stop. I mean, it has maximum special defense, and even that with maximum special defense is not all that strong defensively. But with the curses, if he wants to attack me physically, there's nothing he can do about that, and he's gonna eventually just, you know, lose. So anyway, he goes out into his Butterfree. It's pretty awesome because Butterfree can't really do much in terms of killing me because he has not that big of a special attack stat. I only think it's like base 70 or 60 or whatever. The Psychic isn't stab, and it's not gonna kill me because I'm max special defense, and it sucks for him because, you know, he could have did something else. I mean, you know, he could have sleep powdered me first, and then yeah, and he wouldn't have taken all that damage, but it's whatever, I suppose. So anyway, yeah, he he put a sleep powder on me, and so I'm asleep now, which is pretty awesome for me. So now I can switch out and not have to worry about my sleep claws, and all the other Pokemon on my team can be safe in terms of going to sleep. So anyway, I go into Star Blast. My Togetic, who's very important in this battle, go for a Seismic Toss. I have Tri-Attack, Seismic Toss, let's see, Tri-Attack, Seismic Toss, Soft Boiled, and one other move. I think it's Water Pulse, correct. So Water Pulse, and it's kind of awesome because I had that normal water perfect-ish coverage. I mean, there's no Fairy Thorn in this generation, so it's not all that.
and it's a really good combo. So anyway, he goes into his Raticate and he gets paralyzed due to my Tri-Attack, because Tri-Attack with Serene Grace has a 40% chance of either freezing, burning, or paralyzing the opponent. And I'm like, dude, I saw that and I'm like, is that an event move? And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna put it on there. Oh, I want to see how it works. And dude, like, it works so good. Not even in this battle. I had other battles where I used TogeTIC off screen and it works so good. Like, the hacks was just off the charts in terms of how does that happen? Like, I freeze like 20 things and I'm like, okay, that's cool. So anyway, I go into Roselia because I know, Roselia, Roselia, and then I go for a Spikes this turn. After I went for some move, I have no idea what I went for before, I'm sorry. But yeah, I do go for a Spikes because I was just gonna fodder out. I thought since I was calm max, not max special, max HP, but I did have a lot of HP. I thought I could have lived it, but I didn't live it, unfortunately, and I get taken down. So anyway, we're going to Mr. Mew, who's very important in this battle. He's like my fastest and most viable special attacker, and the only thing I can really do against is Torkal. And I thought, yeah, I have this in the bag, but he goes for Amnesia, and I'm kind of pissed at this moment because I'm like, I really don't want to fodder myself out and go for Explosion. So the only thing I can really do right now is just go for things like Taunt and try to make him not set up any more special defensive boosts and try to get him to switch out, because I can't have him in here. If he gets those boosts and he stays in, I'm screwed because there's nothing on my team that can really do anything about that. So anyway, I go to Star Blast so I can put some pressure on him, go for things like Water Pulse, see how much damage it does, try to confuse him, get some hacks on him, see what happens, and take his moves and see what else he can do. Unfortunately, he doesn't seem to have Curse. If he had Curse, it'd be even bigger of a problem, but you know, he seems to not. So anyway, he switches out into his Wailord. Pretty awesome for me, because it's Wailord and it's not really going to be doing much. Even if it does have Ice Beam or Water Spout, it's not going to be killing me because I have maximum special defense on Star Blast, because he can do that kind of thing. Pretty awesome. So anyway, he goes for an Ice Beam as I predicted. Doesn't do a lot of damage, so I stayed in because I knew that I wouldn't take a lot of damage. I didn't want to go into Metang because I didn't want to over predict, and I wanted to see if I could get some hacks on him off with the Tri-Attack. The first time I don't, unfortunately, because I wanted to get some some freezing. The fact that he can't get burned because of burn veil or water veil is pretty cool. So I thought, yeah, he's either gonna get paralyzed or frozen. And I'm like, yeah, I have this in the bag, right? And then look, he gets burned, and I'm like, do you have Oblivious? I'm like, whoa, the one who's Oblivious right here is you, because no one should be putting Oblivious on anything that can get a different ability, unless it's something like, I don't know, Cute Charm, but that's cool. So anyway, I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna switch out because I know that you're gonna go for an Ice Beam again, most likely, but he doesn't, and Lockstep takes a substantial amount of damage due to this serve. At this point, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stay in, try to go for something like, I think I go for an Explosion this turn, because I do believe, because I didn't want to, like, I was gonna get at such a low amount of health that I couldn't do much. I couldn't have done much afterwards, so I do go for Explosion. It's gonna be Choice Band. It's gonna take out Wailord indefinitely, plus it's a critical hit, so that's a 500 base power attack plus the minus defense that Explosion does. It halves the defense of the Pokemon before it actually uses it, and then they took it out in 5th gen for some reason, so that's how it worked out. Anyway, he goes into his own Roselia, who is a Rose Spray, because I forgot to edit this right back to Roselia. So anyway, I do predict him to go for something like a Leech Seed or Sunsport, and he does go for Leech Seed. I taunt him, and he can't really do much of anything. So at this point, I went for a Psychic, and it's unfortunate because I wanted to hide the fact that I had it, and I didn't want him to be like, oh yeah, I can wall this thing all day, but then now I'm revealing that I have Psychic because, you know, it sucks, but it's okay. The hidden factor doesn't really matter as much, you know, because even if he did know, at one point he would have to be taking the Psychics anyway. So I take out Torkal with the Thunderbolt. Pretty awesome, because now Torkal, that big ass threat, is now gone, and there's nothing I can really do in terms of, like, you know, other things now. So I just go for an Explosion onto the Raticate. I couldn't have it going in because with the guts and everything and killing me and everything, so I couldn't just deal with it. So I had to bar myself out. So I go to Pop Bias, and at this point I just go for a Drill Peck. It's the last Pokemon on his team, and he just gets, oh, his eyes get popped out due to this Drill Peck. And I know that sounds gruesome, but it's Roselia. It can grow back its eyes if it lost them. So anyway, yeah, I hope you guys loved this battle because it was pretty awesome. I won. So I do believe has the YouTube channel. I need to find it because, you know, I talked to him on Skype. I think it might have been on there, but I could be delusional and not thinking correctly. So Brock, you guys know about Brock. And tomorrow I'm gonna be busy with bands, so I'm probably not gonna be on YouTube all day. Be sure to check out the Pokemon Monsters video. I got a significant less amount of haters on it. Like, I don't know what happened if I did something differently. I did say whatever a lot less because that's such a big ass issue. But outside of that, I really got barely any hate, and I'm really excited about that. I mean, that really shows that people didn't indigest any haterade, which is cool. So anyway, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. Be sure to like if you liked it, dislike if you disliked it, comment if you're cool, subscribe if you haven't, share if you have the balls, and favorite if you're fortress, because I have cleaning that I need to do at 10 p.m. at night. So, yep, once again, do all those things. Have a wonderful day. Be sure to answer that question. Do not be afraid to leave comments. Do not be afraid to leave comments. I love comments so much. You don't have any idea how much comments mean to me. Like, seriously, comments are so important. And yeah, so just comment if you can. If you don't, then it's whatever. So I can talk to you some other time. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful week. Until my next upload, I'll see you later, and goodbye.